Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 8th of December 1975, and the title is Signs of Perfection. Have you attained the blessing? May you be bodiless. The moment you have the thought, I am bodiless, you should become an embodiment of that in that second. Has this practice become easy? To experience this being easy is a sign of perfection. Sometimes to find it easy, sometimes difficult. To experience the bodiless stage, sometimes in a second, and sometimes in a minute. And sometimes to take even longer than that means that you are far from the perfect stage. To experience this to be constantly easy is a sign of perfection. Just now, Bap Dada went on a tour to see all the children in this land and his land of Bharat. While touring around, what did he specially see? He saw 3 types of children. Those who make themselves full of all powers with the jewels of knowledge and the power of remembrance. Those who are constant chatraks and who take at every second, that is, those who imbibe at every second, who have no attachment to anything except to attainments and to making themselves complete and perfect. Whether it is a night or a day, their love is constant. Baba saw such living chatraks in both places, abroad and in Bharat. Those who were lost in love for service and who remain engaged in making plans for service day and night, those who experience happiness in themselves as a result of service. However, they did not constantly experience a stable stage in having all powers, in having the powers to be a conqueror of Maya in every thought, or in attaining the blessing of may you be bodiless. Those who experience special happiness but have less experience of power, who have the experience of being knowledgeful to a greater extent, but who have less experience of being powerful. Those who have greater churning of knowledge, but are embodiments of power to a lesser extent. Baba even saw such children. While keeping their destination in front of them day and night, those who have the pure desire to become complete, who are constantly engaged in making effort, those who experience more time in making effort and less time in attaining, those who spend more time in facing one type of problem or another, those who are engaged in making difficult things easy, such children experience themselves to be on a battlefield for a long time. Baba saw many such children. The stage of the first type of chatrak was constantly, I have attained that which I wanted to attain. Now there is very little time remaining. The second number, who were serviceable and knowledgeful to a greater extent and less powerful, have the stage. I have attained. I am receiving. They have the faith that they will definitely attain. They are swinging in the swing of happiness. But in between, in order to make the swing fast, they need some support. What is that support? Someone who has done service has to be given courage and enthusiasm. That is, someone should tell him, very good, very good. Otherwise, while he is swinging in the swing of happiness, it comes to a standstill. Those who have come to a standstill need to be made to move again. Those who have the first stage have an automatic swing. The stage of the third type is that they sometimes remain cheerful on the basis of their attainments and victory, but because of repeatedly battling in their situation, they sometimes experience tiredness. They experience themselves to be happy for a short time on the basis of the support of one means or another. They are sometimes happy, but sometimes complain. What can I do? How can I do this? I'm doing this. I'm making so much effort. My fortune is like that. Such a part is fixed for me in the drama. And just this much happened in the previous cycle too. They are sometimes high and sometimes low. They continue to go up and down this ladder. Baba saw 3 types of such children. According to the present time, the stage of each one should be experienced as having all attainments at all times. Now, in this last period, you should not be battling, but should constantly have the intoxication of being victorious, because the Father has made you a master of all the powers and has given you the right to have even more elevated attainments than He has Himself. Those who are such masters and have all rights should not be in the stage of experiencing the second or third stage, but should be experiencing the first stage. The foreigners group is known as the group that has come last and goes fast, and fast is first. So all the foreigners group that has come, all of you are those who have the first stage. Are you not? The first stage means to be constantly an embodiment of experience. You are those who remain lost in this experience at every second. Are you not? You are not those who sometimes say, sometimes this happens and sometimes that happens. You are those who remain constantly in the sweetness of one and who have all experiences through the one. Such souls are known as first. Bap Dada is proud of such children who have come last and are going fast. Bap Dada sees the line of fortune on the forehead of each child. What is the future of each child? He is pleased on seeing their future. Even in the group that has come now, there are good children in whom there is hope that they will become instruments to be the lamps of the world and show the path to others, the same as the Father. Now, this meeting is especially for the foreigners, is it not? Some are sitting here personally, and others are constantly engaged in this remembrance, day and night abroad. What are they experiencing? When a special program is to be relayed on radio or TV, everyone then keeps the switch of their own sets on. Everyone's attention is just in that direction. In the same way, children abroad everywhere are sitting with the switch of their awareness switched on. Everyone has the awareness of Madhuban. Even while being far away, the father can see some children personally in front of him in this gathering. Acha, to such children who are sitting personally in front of the father in the corporeal form, and those in the subtle form in front of Baba with the yoga of their intellects, to such victorious children, those who are swinging in the swing of supersensuous happiness, to the ones who are embodiments of attainment, who have a right to all blessings, to those who are constantly respected by the world and who are constantly benevolent towards the world, to such lamps of the world, to the children who are seated on Bap Dada's heart throne, love, remembrance, and namaste from Bap Dada. Main specialties of the Maharathi children. This is the group of those who have planning intellects. As well as this, they are embodiments of success. After becoming those with planning intellects, they give time and make efforts to become embodiments of success in order to achieve some result. Maharathis especially experience success in a particular aspect. What is that one aspect? What is the specialty of the Maharathis and the basis of which they become Maharathis? What is that? They have the specialty of being a Maharathi when they claim the certificate of contentment from everyone. Only then can they be called Maharathis. Contentment is elevated and it is great. Subjects are also created on this basis. Souls who have been made content by such a soul could accept that one as a king. If you have enabled them to attain something through service them or giving them cooperation, if you have enabled them to attain something through love, cooperation, courage, enthusiasm, or by giving them all powers, you can then be a Maharathi. So, if someone has not made others content, then that soul is just a Maharathi in name, but not one who is of any use. Senior brothers and sisters are like a father and mother. Parents make everyone content. So Maharathis should definitely pay attention to this first. For this, you have to transform yourself. You definitely have to claim this certificate of contentment. You should check to see how many souls are content with you and what you should do so that everyone remains content with you. A Maharathi should have the power to mold the self. Only those who are able to mold themselves can become gold. Those who cannot mold themselves are not real gold. They are mixed. To be of mixed quality means to be part of the cavalry. A Maharathi elephant rider is able to mold the self. To create plants means to sow the seeds, and so the seeds should be powerful. You definitely need everyone's blessings of love and their contentment. You need the blessings and the water of love. Otherwise, even though the seed of the plants may be powerful, because it doesn't receive the water of love and cooperation, it does not grow. Sometimes the seed grows, but it doesn't bear fruit. Or sometimes, even if it does bear fruit, It is of second or third grade. The reason for this is that it hasn't received enough water. A Maharati is one who has all specialties, that is, one who is full of all virtues and has all the qualities and specialties. If one or two qualities are missing, that one would not be said to be full of all qualities. If they don't have all the virtues, they move out of the list of those who have this title. Is this a group of Maharathis? The invitation was for Maharathis. In order to become an embodiment of success, you need two main specialties. One is purity, and the other is unity. If someone is lacking purity, he would also be lacking unity. Just observing celibacy is not purity, for there has to be purity in one's thoughts, nature, and sanskars. For instance, if you have thoughts of jealousy or dislike for one another, that is not purity, that is called impurity. Purity is defined as not having even a trace of any of the vices. There shouldn't be any type of impurity even in your thoughts. All of you children are instruments to accomplish a very elevated task. You have become instruments as Maharathis, have you not? If you were to make a list, it would be a list of those who are serviceable, that is, it is the Brahmin children who have become instruments for service who are in the list of Maharathis. To what extent have you developed the specialties of a Maharathi? Each one of you knows yourself. Are those who are in Maharathis list Maharathis at the present time, or will they come into Maharathis list at some time in the future? Attention needs to be paid to both of these aspects. Unity means having unity in the harmony of nature and sanskars. Even if there isn't harmony between the nature and sanskars of some, try and bring them into harmony. This is unity. A gathering by itself is not unity. Serviceable instrument souls cannot become instruments for unlimited service without these two things. They can be instruments for limited service, but in order to do unlimited service, both these things are needed. You were also told earlier that one only sings praise of a ras, dance, when there is harmony and everyone's clapping. So too, to harmonize the steps means to harmonize oneself in the dance of sanskars. People who hear this knowledge say that everyone who talks about this knowledge says the same thing, that they all speak on the same topic and use the same words. People say this, don't they? When everyone's sanskars and nature are in harmony, that would be called performing the dance of harmony. Have you made plans for this? The plans were related to Bapdada. You have kept the aim of revealing the task of establishment. The plans that you have made for the revelation to take place are good. You have made plans for revelation to take place next year. However, for the time that still remains this year, according to the present atmosphere, it is now that you need people to come into contact with you. The success of the service that is to take place next year will depend on this year. In any propaganda, you definitely need the cooperation of powerful, cooperative souls through whom there can be less expenditure and greater success. That is, through whom you have to work but would still attain greater success. If you serve them only at that time, you will not be able to receive their cooperation. However, by serving them now, before time, you are able to influence them to cooperate. All the plans are very good. According to all the plans that you told Baba about, people from every department should definitely make contact with other people. Just as when educators come into contact with you, you receive a ready-made stage. In order to do fast service through any of the plans, this is essential. Through the points of the Gita, there would either be victory or cries of distress. However, there is first fluctuation and then there is victory. In order to clarify such points, you need everyone's cooperation. You need the help of ministers, lawyers, and judges. Doctors, lawyers, etc. are coming, and so for this too, you need to make contact with ministries and associations, etc. At present, everyone has a desire to hear something, but they don't have the courage to follow that practically. They can be cooperative. First of all, prepare the land by serving them, and then sow the seed of the unlimited task. The plants are good. This year, something new definitely has to happen. You have to become instruments, but everything has to happen according to the drama anyway. However, those who become instruments are glorified with the whole Brahmin family. There's also this prize. Each one of you should extract the results of the meetings in your zone. Set your plans and then have a meeting with your results. Everyone says yes to the plans, but only 5 emerge as a result. And so, also have a meeting for the result. Also have the aim to increase enthusiasm. Keep everyone busy so that they feel happy, that they also give their finger. Whether someone is a hard worker or has a planning intellect, keep the younger ones at the front. Otherwise, while some do service with zeal and enthusiasm, the vibrations from others cause obstacles in attaining success, and therefore everyone's help is needed. Give a particular duty to each one, just as you distribute prasad. In the same way, distribute the prasad of service. When everyone has an atmosphere of enthusiasm, then, because of the influence of the atmosphere, no one will leave that atmosphere. Whether someone is a moth circling around the flame, or is someone who completely surrenders to self. So there should be this specialty this year. Just as everyone says, my Baba, so too they should say, my service. No one should say, the seniors have made my program, so I don't know whether this will happen or not. No, my program. When there is this sound from everyone, there will be success. Give everyone a chance to serve. Acha, blessing. May you be complete, the same as the Father, and make your thinking, speaking, and doing equal. Bap Dada now wishes to see all the children equal and complete. In order to become complete, your thinking, speaking, and doing should all be equal. For this, all of you make preparations. You have the thought and also this desire. However, this desire will only be fulfilled when you become completely ignorant of the knowledge of all other desires. Trivial desires of many types do not allow this desire to be fulfilled. Slogan: in order to experience the Avyakt and Karmatit stage, let your speaking, doing, and way of interacting be equal. Om Shanti.